Begin with this. Women need to be uplifted to a level equal to men, says President Cyril Ramaphosa. He says despite the progress women have made since 1956, their struggles continue. Earlier, Ramaphosa delivered the address at the official Women's Day event in Richmond, KwaZulu-Natal. Now, today marks 66 years since the historic Women's March to the Union Buildings in 1956 against brutal apartheid pass laws. Senior reporter Siphamandla Goge and reporter Silindelo Masikane join us now live from the Women's Day event in KwaZulu-Natal. Asli, I'm going to start with you. The Minister of Women calling for unity. I mean, it was one of the many things that were mentioned throughout the address made by President Cyril Ramaphosa, and another one was dealing with issues around gender-based violence. But talk us through the unity that the Minister for Women talked about.
I think before we get to those bites, I think it would be great to hear from some of the women who were actually in attendance. I'm going to start on my left. I'm joined by my colleague Bongam Kize. I understand that these beautiful women here are from as far as Congo, and they've come to attend this event. Just tell me what stood out for you in terms of what the president said today.
Yeah, no, she can talk. No, we are glad with what the president said today. He talked about the gender base and women to speak, to stand in our feet and speak for ourselves. We must not be silent. And it's giving us opportunity to speak. It's our time and it's our day. We enjoy to be here because they consider us in our community. Before, the women didn't have the power to speak. But now we have that power, and then it's just encouraged us to stand firm and continue to be us and to empower the world. We thank you, the president, being here. It's my first time to see Ramaphosa face to face. I'm so glad to see him. The one who's going to be, I think she's going to be the premier of KwaZulu-Natal when she speaks about the things, about the works, about the cooking oil, the petrol that is going high. And then we were happy because she speaks on our behalf. She speaks what we wanted to say to the president person, but she speaks on our behalf everything that we were expecting for her to say. We are glad to be here and we're happy on this event. Thank you for the
Happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day. All right, I'm going to move to another group of women here, Rofiwa. Some are all of a sudden camera shy, but I'm going to try and speak to these young ladies, and then I'll come to Umama. Maybe she'll have, a little bit of courage. Ladies, Happy Women's Day. Tell me, what is it that stood out for you in terms of what was said today?
What stood out for me was that Ramaphosa said you can now apply for protection order online, and that will make life easier for all the women and whoever children who actually have been abused or need protection.
What stood out for you?
I thought the president's speech on GBV was very strong, probably the strongest I've heard him speak about it in a while. And also just the general resounding support for Nomusa Juba today, which was really, really cool. So yeah.
Are you satisfied, or does it make you happy to see the first female KZN premier finally going to be, elected?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's exciting. It's taken KZN 28 years or so, but I think she's a very capable person, and we wish her all the best in the next 2 years, and hopefully she can stay on in 2024.
And there was nothing maybe you thought lacked in terms of what was said from our leaders today? Maybe something you wanted to hear more of?
From the top of my head, no, I can't think of anything. Well, much.
No problem. All right, thank you so much. Happy Women's Day. Thank you. All right, Rafiwa, just some, reaction in terms of what was said today from the women that were here in attendance. But to just take a listen to what the minister in the presidency, that is Maide Nkwana Mashabane, had to say, as well as the KZN Premier-elect. Let's take a listen to those sound clips.
Gender-based violence and femicide. We, meaning men and women, South Africans, need to work together to say these pandemics need to be buried at the same time. It is not impossible, with the president taking the lead and trying his best to support us at all odds.
Now, Slee, you also got to engage with KZN Premier-elect, who's also made a call for men to stand up and protect women, obviously this being something that needs to be addressed in their involvement in the protection and care of women across the country. Many always say that they seem to be absent, particularly when there are issues of violence against women and children.
Reacted in terms of the speech of the President Premier-elect, talking about just how exciting it is for the first female Premier to be elected here in the province and what that means in terms of leadership. Let's just take a listen to what she had to say when she spoke to our colleague Siphamandla Goge.
All know that the face of poverty is that one of a woman. So we need to address the socio-economic situation of women. We need to ensure that we really face head-on with our men patriarchy that still exists very much in our society and in our communities. And we also need to deal with the gender-based violence. I think my call is that we need to invent a new man, a new brother, a new uncle, the one that is going to protect women, the one that's going to protect children, the one that's going to say, not in my name, that gender-based violence will still exist in our communities.